I'm Adrienne Cheatham. I'm a professional chef, and today I'm gonna show you how to make two classic omelets. The American and the French. I'll be going over techniques that pros use so that you can make restaurant quality omelets at home. We'll be whisking, scrambling, flipping, and rolling our way to perfect omelets. This is Omelets 101. Making omelets is like one of those things that every chef is expected to know how to do. So it's kind of like bragging rights to be able to nail it every single time. So many people can mess them up by overcooking them, overfilling them, breaking them. Oh, cardinal sin. Overcooked eggs taste like ass. So with that, chapter 1, Le French omelette. So there is no questioning, the French omelet came before the American omelet, and it is the archetype that all other omelets are based on. The French omelet has to be smooth, perfectly even, no craters, no brown spots, and rolled like a boss. For my omelets, I like to use 3 eggs. You wanna have enough to fill your pan with a nice, thin, even layer. I like to use a fork to whisk because you have the perfect amount of air being whipped into the eggs, and the tines of the fork will break up the egg white and the yolk without incorporating too much air. We're not making a souffle. You know when it's done because you won't see any streaks of egg white. For omelets and pretty much all egg cookery, I always use a nonstick pan. So I always start with just enough clarified butter to coat the bottom of the pan. If you don't have clarified butter or ghee at home, you can use canola oil, vegetable oil, or even whole butter. But if you're using whole butter, just watch your heat, because if your pan is too hot, it'll start to brown and bubble as soon as the butter hits the pan, which you don't want. I'm gonna whisk in a little bit of salt to our eggs. You wanna have your rubber spatula ready, egg, and a plate to dismount on close by, because things move fast. You wanna start scrambling like you're making scrambled eggs. A French omelet should be soft in the center, not fully set. And you wanna scrape the sides a little bit to get all those little wispy edges. So just go around the edge of the pan to even that out. You get some craters on the bottom, so tapping your pan, it doesn't have to be as dramatic as I did, tapping it gently is just helping the liquid egg settle into those crevices to help make a smooth outer layer. I know it's ready to roll because the egg is set on the bottom, and on the top, I just have barely a little bit of liquid. So you wanna make your first fold, second fold, third fold, and then the dismount. What am I, like a pro or something? If you're folding your omelet and it sticks, then you may wanna add a little bit more oil and really try to get under the egg with your spatula to release it from the pan. So the only thing that you're really gonna add to a French omelet is a little bit of sliced chives or fine herbs, or if you have some truffles during the season, shave those over the top for the win. This is what an omelet should be. It's rolled, it's soft in the center, it's fluffy yellow and nice and tender. Can I eat it now? Thank you. Ooh, look at that. The inside should be like soft scrambled eggs, like small curd, slight bit of moisture, not fully set like the outside. Yeah, that's a whole lot of layered love. Now I'm ready for my second breakfast, the American omelet. So American omelets are like the mullet-wearing cousin who comes to the cookout. American omelets, compared to French, are less technical, more casual, and don't have to be as perfect. You can have brown spots on it. You can get crispy edges. They can be craggly. They tend to be thicker on each side and whisked a little more so they're fluffier. So for American omelets, you'll typically see a mixture of meat, cheese, vegetables. It's a great way to use up things that you have leftovers knocking around your refrigerator. Today, I have some shredded cheddar, some diced tomato, and some parsley. Just some of the ingredients like onions and things like that. Cook them a little bit first, because you don't want to put certain things in raw because they're not going to cook between the layers of egg. They're just going to get warmed up. As long as you can fit it between the fold of the omelet, there's no such thing as too many fillings. I mean, this is America. More is more. Let's do it. So, For this size pan, I'm gonna use 4 eggs. If my pan were a little smaller, I would still go with 3, but we do want our layers to be a little thicker. I'm gonna season these eggs now. For the American omelet, I'm gonna also add black pepper to the eggs. Whisking the same way. Another difference is for the American omelet, your pan can be a little hotter. You can go medium high on the heat as opposed to medium that we did for the French omelet. So this is gonna start the same way as the French omelet with clarified butter in the pan. You could also use whole butter because again, we don't care if you get some brown spots. Eggs are going in. Similar thing, you're kind of scrambling your eggs a bit. Another difference with the American omelet is that you do want it to be fully cooked on the inside. I'm adding my cheddar now. That heat is gonna continue to cook through and cook the surface of the eggs, and it'll also help melt the cheese. I'm gonna add my tomatoes as well, right on top of the cheese. And I'm gonna add a little parsley. It looks like we could use a little more cheddar. Now that looks like an American omelet. I know I'm ready to flip because the eggs are set on this top layer. They've cooked through. Anytime you're using a non-stick pan, you want to use a rubber or silicone spatula. Silicone has a higher melting point, so it's always safe. You don't have to worry about it burning and melting. So we're folding and flipping. That's a big guy. Garnish covers a multitude of sins when it comes to most food, but with American omelets, we embrace these imperfections. So we're just using garnish for color. It's still fluffy on the inside. On the outside, we have some spots of brown, little crispiness at the edges, and that's a great thing. This is so good. If you're trying to make a French omelet and you start messing it up or getting brown color on the bottom, just fold it in half and say you were going for an American omelet. Easy.